Good morning. This is Pastor Jeff, and it is Wednesday, August 10th, 2022. We're here for our daily lectionary readings. We have three of them once again. Psalm 89, 1 through 18 is our psalm reading for the third and final time. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of Jeremiah 33, 14 through 26. And for the New Testament reading, we're in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 12, verses 41 through 48. Let us listen in to the scriptures today. Psalm 89. Your love, God, is my song, and I'll sing it. I'm forever telling everyone how faithful you are. I'll never quit telling the story of your love, how you built the cosmos and guaranteed everything in it. Your love has always been our lives' foundation. Your fidelity has been the roof over our world. You once said, I joined forces with my chosen leader. I pledged my word to my servant David, saying, everyone descending from you is guaranteed life. I'll make you rule as solid and lasting as a rock. God, let the cosmos praise your wonderful ways. The choir of holy angels sing anthems to your faithful ways. Search high and low, scan skies and land. You'll find nothing and no one quite like God. The holy angels are in awe before God. He looms immense and august over everyone under him and around him. God of the angels' armies, who is like you? Powerful and faithful from every angle. You put the arrogant ocean in place and calm its waves when they turn unruly. You gave that old hag Egypt the back of your hand. You brushed off your enemies with a flick of your wrist. You own the cosmos. You made everything in it. Everything from atom to archangel. You positioned the north and the south poles. The mountains, Tabors, and Hermon sing duets to you. With your well-muscled arm and your grip of steel, nobody messes with you. The right and justice are the roots of your rule. Love and truth are its fruits. Blessed are the people who know the passwords of praise, who shout on parade in the bright presence of God. Delighted, they dance all day long. They know who you are and what you do. They can't keep it quiet. Your vibrant beauty has gotten inside us. You've been so good to us. We're walking on air. All we are and have, we owe to God. Holy God of Israel, our King. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 33, verses 14 through 26. Watch for this. The time is coming, God's decree, when I will keep the promise I made to the families of Israel and Judah. When that time comes, I will make a fresh and true shoot sprout from the David tree. He will run the country honestly and fairly. He will set things right. That's when Judah will be secure and Jerusalem live in safety. The motto for the city will be, God has set things right for us. God has made it clear that there will always be a descendant of David ruling the people of Israel, and there will always be a Levitical priest on hand to offer burnt offerings, present grain offerings, and carry on the sacrificial worship in my honor. God's message to Jeremiah. God says, if my covenant with day and my covenant with night ever fall apart, so that the day and night become haphazard, and you never knew which was coming and when, then, and only then, would my covenant with my servant David fall apart and his descendants no longer rule. The same goes for the Levitical priests who served me. Just as you can't number the stars in the sky, nor measure the sand on the seashore, neither will you be able to account for the descendants of David, my servant, and the Levites who serve me. God's message to Jeremiah. Have you heard the saying that's making the rounds? The two families God chose, Israel and Judah, he disowned? And have you noticed that my people are treated with contempt, with rumors afoot, and there's nothing to them anymore? Well, here's God's response. If my covenant with day and night wasn't in working order, if the sky and earth weren't functioning the way I set them going, then, but only then, you might think I have disowned the descendants of Jacob and of my servant David, and that I wouldn't set up any of David's descendants over the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But as it is, I will give them back everything that they have lost. The last word is, I will have mercy on them. Our New Testament reading comes from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 12, verses 41 through 48. Peter said, Master, are you telling this story just for us, or is it for everyone? The master said, Let me ask you, who is the dependable manager, full of common sense, that the master puts in charge of his staff to feed them well and on time? He's a blessed man, if, when the master shows up, he's doing his job. But if he says to himself, the master is certainly taking his time, begins beating up on the servants and the maids, throws parties for his friends, and gets drunk, the master will walk in when he least expects it, and give him the thrashing of his life, and put him back in the kitchen, peeling potatoes. The servant, who knows what his master wants and ignores it, or instantly does whatever he pleases, will be thoroughly thrashed. But if he does a poor job through ignorance, he'll get off with a slap on the hand. Great gifts mean great responsibilities. Greater gifts, greater responsibilities. And here ends our readings for the day.